We're live. Well, thank you. Thank you to all the people that are joining us this morning for this segment at Jesus Science Facebook Live. And this segment, we talk about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. I invite people to share their life stories with you and me and learn from their struggles, from their ups and downs, and how they overcome their problems and become successful people. Today's story is one of those that we can hear every day and still get motivated and inspired in many ways. This person came to America with no money, no English, but with a big determination and full of hope. Today, he's a successful real estate investor, but more than anything else, he's a great human being. Good morning, Steve, and welcome. And thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us for this interview.
No problem. Thank you very much. Enjoy having me.
Is that right?
Esta mañana, Steven Nomura, inmigrante japonés que llegó a los Estados Unidos en el 2000 sin dinero, sin hablar inglés, nos comparte su historia, sus primeros años, sus altas y bajas, los obstáculos que tuvo que sortear y cómo hoy es un exitoso hombre de negocios de bienes raíces.
Thank you, Sarai Posadas, for joining us this morning from the beautiful city of Durango for the Spanish part of this interview. How is the city, beautiful city of Durango this morning?
Hello, everybody. Pretty good. This morning is pretty nice here in Durango. Está muy bonito hoy en Durango.
All right. Steve, my first question is, what made you get up each morning?
¿Qué te hace levantarte en las mañanas?
All right. You know, it's like almost routine work. I'm sleeping only 3, 4, maybe max 4 hours a day. And actually, if I sleep 4 hours, my body wake up. Therefore, since I'm 18 years old, I'm training myself not to sleep so long. And then eventually, it's my custom to sleep maybe max 4 hours, usually 3 hours. And if I sleep 3 hours, 4 hours, as I said, my body actually my body wake up. Anyway, I have a goal, yearly goal, monthly goal, or daily goal. And I wake up, just focus what I have to do to achieve my goal. Okay. I decide, I commit myself to come closer to my goal each day. It's, when I wake up, immediately I think in a way.
All right.
Ok. Dice que trata de dormir lo menos posible, por lo menos 4 horas, está bien, porque pues, es la única manera en que su cuerpo no se levanta, y trata de no dormir tanto pensando en una meta. Él se enfoca en una meta cada mañana y se levanta.
Excellent. Steve, what made you choose United States and not other countries?
Okay. All right. I don't know how much I deeply explain, but anyway, many people might not be able to believe this, but originally I came to United States to become a pastor. I went to seminary in New York and I studied Christianity, theology, philosophy, and so many other things for 3 years. Then I got the Master of Divinity over there. Then eventually, you are Christian. Why I chose United States? I wanted to learn. And I feel the spirit of Christianity. Japan is not a Christian country, but Buddhism and Shintoism. My grandparents and my parents are very ardent Buddhist, but accepting some suggestions from the people I respect, I decided to come to United States to study and understand Christianity, and I want to have it in my spirit. And you know, uh, just, when I think about America, I wonder why United States become such a strongest, powerful country in the world in such a short period of time. Japan has 2,600 years, Korea has 4,300 years, China is more than 10,000 years, but US has only less than 250 years. Therefore, I believe there must be some reasons behind that, especially spiritual reasons. And my understanding was that is God's providence, especially I believe that God saw the Pilgrim Fathers split to come to new continent, even they're sacrificing their lives, risking their lives across the ocean. Therefore, if you look at, I study world history a lot. If you look around the world history, there's no such a country like America. It's very unique. And that's a split. I think that's a reason. That kind of split is a reason God bless this country.
Um,
Sorry.
¿Qué fue lo que te trajo a
No.
Estados Unidos? ¿Qué fue lo que te trajo a Estados Unidos? ¿Por qué Estados Unidos? Y yo estudié teología por 3 años y después escogí budismo. Mi familia, toda mi familia es budista, pero ellos respetan y yo decidí ser cristiano y venir a los Estados Unidos. Así que cuando pienso en una ciudad como América, como Estados Unidos, pienso en una ciudad fuerte, especialmente por razones, la especial razón es por Dios. Así que siento que esta es la principal razón por la que estoy aquí.
Thank you. Great. This part of your life, Steve, I didn't know that. It's great. That's great. So you came with the intention of learn more about Christianity. That's great. That is something new for me. That's great. Steve, tell us a little bit about your first years in America. Can you describe how it was in life and how you lived with your family?
Yeah. I say I went to seminary in New York first. Right before I graduated from the seminary, I decided to work in the United States. That was no profit organization in New York. Then I went back to Japan once. Then I brought my entire family to the United States. We went to East Coast, Bridgeport in Connecticut, and we moved into 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartments. And honestly, we had nothing there, nothing in the room. And that's why I used the bottom of the cardboard box, the tables, and also we didn't have a bed for many months before I bought cheap bags for months. My entire family was sleeping in the sleeping bags. Then, I remember I visited many goodwill type stores so that we can get some free stuff. So, I have to mention something about my English again. Japanese, English teaching, English studies in Japan is pretty much focusing on grammar or writing and reading. Therefore, I could read in certain degree. I could write in certain degree, but I couldn't speak. I couldn't listening. That was my biggest problem. Then I just found this. is this is digital English, Japanese, Japanese, English dictionary. And I was using this for years. Honestly, I lost this one for years, and then the other day, like a few months ago, I was looking at all kinds of boxes, and I found again. You cannot see so clearly, but if you look at the bookmarks, right, since we have appreciation, depreciation, closing.
It's all real estate investment terminology.
Right. Therefore, I was able to read, but when it comes to the point of professional terminologies in real estate, I didn't know anything about that. Anyway, this is
right.
Ok, decidí trabajar y pregunta es, ¿me repite la pregunta, Jesús?
Sí, que nos hablaron los primeros años en los Estados Unidos.
Nos dice acerca de sus primeros años en Estados Unidos. Decidí trabajar y regresar a Japón, pero esta vez regresé por mi familia. Y entonces me los llevé a Estados Unidos a vivir conmigo. Y solíamos vivir en un apartamento muy pequeño. Entonces dormíamos en colchones inflables y pues hasta en bolsas de dormir. Recuerdo que íbamos a surtirnos al Goodwill para poder encontrar algo de ropa, algo de cosas así. Y bueno, también menciona acerca del inglés. Yo podía escribir, yo podía leer, pero no lo podía hablar. Entonces consiguió este pequeño aparato que es el que le ayudó a traducir las palabras que eran difíciles para él.
Steve, then you decided to come to Chicago. Why Chicago?
Okay. Originally, I was supposed to work for the same nonprofit organization in Chicago. Then actually I worked for 1 year. So then my life dramatically changed through my Japanese connections. And I was asked to work for a Japanese restaurant in North Side. Then the restaurant was the restaurant was near Wrigley Field, okay? Chicago Cubs Wrigley Field. Then I worked there for 3 years. Yeah, that's how I came to Chicago. It was end of 2003.
And then during at some point, you decided that you want to do something else. You say something bigger. How did you arrive, or why and how you decided real estate investments?
Okay, that's a very important question for me. Actually, I enjoy managing Japanese restaurant a lot. Then I love eating food. I was so passionate to develop this Japanese restaurant. And I worked so hard as a manager. But lifestyle was like this. I woke up very early morning, like 5 o'clock or so, and I went to restaurant before for shopping. Then came to the restaurant by 9 a.m. Then I started some preparation for lunchtime. The restaurant opened at 11:30 a.m. Then that closed at 2:30 p.m. Then there's a lunch break until 4:30. Then dinner time started like at 5 o'clock. Usually we close at the 10 p.m. Then after that, I have to calculate money and clean up. I had to take care of everything for the next day, right? And I came back to my home at 1 o'clock, 1 a.m., sometimes 2 a.m. And I slept for a while and I wake up early morning. Then I start another day again. That was I enjoy a lot, but it was very tough life. Then what is worse, yeah, the sales didn't increase a lot. And it was very heavy competition. Then the restaurant barely survived. Then my wages was like $4,000 a month before tax. Then I think that was September 2006. I was told to step down from the manager position because the sales didn't increase. Then at the time when I was told to step down from manager position, I thought this is a time to change my life. Then I quit Japanese restaurant. Then this is the important part here. Then it's something I didn't tell you publicly. While I was managing Japanese restaurant, at the same time I was doing lots of service learning project for the high school students as my volunteer work. And I was using all my free time, that was Wednesday and Sundays. And I was organizing many service learning projects for high school kids. My last biggest project was, I never forget, third Monday of January 2007, Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. Then I organized over 20 projects, more than 4,000 people participated. And for these projects, that was the biggest project in the city. That was on the TV 2 times. But at the same time, I had to raise, throughout the year, I had to raise more than $40,000 to do that kind of service learning project. But anyway, my point is, I want to do something for the community. When I quit, after it became longer. Maybe you can translate first. I have a second half, maybe.
Sarai?
Yeah. Ok. ¿Qué fue lo que sucedió en ese tiempo del restaurante? ¿Por qué escogió Chicago? Él nos dice, mi vida cambió bastante con el restaurante japonés. Trabajé para este proyecto como 3 años. Yo decidí hacer algo realmente grande. Y fue aquí cómo se conecta con las bienes raíces. Bueno, él dice, me encantaba, primero para completar lo del restaurante, me encantaba comer, así que de pronto pensé con esta gran idea de pues, empezar con un restaurante. Pues terminé cerrando hasta las 10 p.m. porque hasta esa hora podía regresar a casa y sentirme satisfecho con el trabajo que había hecho. Pues lo malo es que las condiciones no se dieron del todo y para este tiempo yo pensé qué es lo que en realidad iba a cambiar mi vida. Así que dejé el restaurante porque tenía un gran proyecto y también quería trabajar para la comunidad. Sin embargo, tuve que parar.
The question was how I started real estate investment business. Now, after I quit Japanese restaurant, that was in September 2006. And of course, I quit. Therefore, I didn't have any income. I didn't have a job. Then October, November, I had no income. Right? Therefore, the situation became more serious. I was wondering what to do next. Then this is very spiritual, but on the midnight of December 1st, I decided to do midnight visual prayer, and I saw some vision. I was walking through the divided river, divided sea, like a Moses. Then I felt, even I was financially difficult, I should continue to do that service learning project I was doing at the time. I was still doing at the time. Then I felt if I continue to do that, something would happen. Then, as I said, that was a very spiritual experience. And then I decided to continue to do that, even there was no income at the time. Then what happened was, next day, December 2nd, I received one envelope from one company. That company name is Nomura. That's a Japanese company. I visited 3-4 months ago to asking them to donate some money for service learning project. And when I opened the envelope, there was $5,000 check. Then, as I say, I did a midnight bill on the midnight of the December 1st. And then I received this envelope check December 2nd. When I see the date of the check, that was December 1st. Then when they got the check December 1st, then they sent the check by express mail, and I received it on the 2nd. I was thrilled. I was so thrilled to see this check and date. Then after that, I received another check from another company, $2,500. Eventually, Walmart gave me $10,000. Therefore, I could accomplish this service learning project. Also, I could survive. So that was a very important turning point for me because I felt it. Yeah, I don't know how to say it. I felt that was a spiritual test. Okay? If I'm working for money, or if I stick to some kind of my mission or something like this. So after I finished, I felt I passed the test. Then after I finished the big project in the third Monday of January, I started feeling that I should start something different, something big. Then I felt that maybe I should do real estate. And then after I talked to several people, I consulted with several people I respect. They said real estate good. Therefore, I decided to do real estate February 2007. And
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Steven, ya él nos dice que cómo comenzó esto de las bienes raíces, para conectarnos un poco más, fue cuando dejé el restaurante porque no tenía trabajo ya para noviembre. Así que el 1 de diciembre tuve una visión y sentí que tenía que continuar con un proyecto, ¿sí? De servicio, con un proyecto de servicio, ya que no tenía ingresos. Así que en diciembre, el 2 de diciembre, recibe un cheque de esta compañía para apoyo. Así que él sintió que las cosas iban bien. Y después de esto recibe otro cheque de otra compañía. Entonces, para ese fue un punto importante para mí, porque lo sentí más que cuando tomas un examen oral. Sentí que pasé el examen. Así que tenía que buscar algo, y ya para febrero del 2007 fue lo que impulsó todo.
Steve, you said that you have a visual brain, and you are a believer, and in your most difficult time, you always trusted God. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's yeah. Looking back last 13 years, especially my first 3 years, situation was so difficult, right? For me, it took 2 years and 6 months to make a breakthrough, or maybe I can say to close my first deal. And then from the first deal, I made $13,000 or so. That's a simple wholesale. And then, as I said, it took 2 years, 6 months. After I quit the Japanese restaurant, September 2006, I could survive until February, until I start this business. But after that, there's no income. Right? And anyway, I don't know how much I can tell you, but when I started, after I started, I had no income still. Then same year, 2007, my eldest daughter graduated from high school. Then I was so concerned about the situation, because if she said she want to go to college, okay, I was wondering what to do because there's no money. Fortunately, she said she want to go to 1 year volunteer activities. And that was so relief because I don't need to pay some money. Right? But 1 year later, August 2008, the volunteer group had a family event in Colorado, Estes Park in Colorado. She called me, all family get together. Dad, can you come? And I was so shocked. I felt so ashamed. I had no money in the bank account, therefore I couldn't come. But anyway, that is already 1 year and 6 months passed after I started business, but I didn't make any money yet. But I made a deeper determination to make a breakthrough. But it took another 1 year to make a breakthrough. Then this is what I did. I always felt as if I was standing at the edge of the cliff, looking down the bottom of the valley. And I was always shouting, I was falling the valley. Anyway, I was consulting with the leader at the time. I never forget. My leader said, when I felt the most difficult time, that's the moment I was about to make a breakthrough. Also, God put me in that kind of situation so that I can become a person who deserves to receive His reward. I was praying seriously every night, holding my wife's hands, and my prayer was like, Heavenly Father, I will make a breakthrough. I know you put me in this kind of situation because it's necessary for me to go through this kind of situation. Please wait. I will invest myself 100%. I will invest myself totally, and then I will make it happen. Please wait. That was my prayer. Then, yeah.
That's right.
Es por, ok, Steve. Acerca de Dios. 30 años atrás, especialmente durante los 3 primeros años, yo hacía muy poco dinero. Entonces fue cuando dejé el restaurante, no tenía ningún ingreso. Yo no tenía dinero, en realidad no tenía nada. Así que fue en agosto, en Colorado, donde me llamaron. Recibo una llamada y la verdad que yo tenía mucha vergüenza porque yo no tenía dinero. Entonces, esto fue lo que hice. Yo sentí que Dios me había puesto en este camino por algo, así que cada noche yo rezaba, cada noche sosteniendo la mano de mi esposa, y yo le decía, por favor espera, que todo se va a alinear. Entonces, esto es lo que yo hacía.
Thank you. Steve, what kind of legacy do you want to leave to your kids and society? And how would you like to be remembered?
I still feel very sorry for my children because, I could not give such a many choices while they are grown up, teenagers. I sacrificed them a lot. but they accepted that kind of difficult situation. Then, I never forget that my eldest son, he was still very young. At the kitchen table, he was asking me seriously, "Dad, are we poor?" I said, "No, we are not poor. We are just broke." Then, anyway, I really appreciate they even, they felt, because, as a family, we couldn't do anything. Yeah, I sacrificed them a lot, but they accepted. But, I really appreciate it. They followed me, and they supported me. Even at the dinner table, we, as a family tradition, at least we got together once a day. That was a dinner time. Then at the dinner table, one of my kids pray in turns. Then they say grace for the dinner. And in the prayer, they always pray, "Heavenly Father, please protect our father, and let him succeed in the business," or something. They are always praying about me, about my business every night for several years. Then, I felt it. They supported me a lot spiritually. Then, anyway, I want my kids to remember, their father and me. I made a total investment from nothing, from the situation that I didn't have anything. I didn't know anything about this business, and I came to a certain level. So if I believe, if I try to do something after I commit myself, something possible. That's what that's what I want my kids to remember. Also, how I want to be remembered. Same thing. There was one small Japanese guy who could speak English well, who couldn't listen so well. But that guy achieved something. And people remember like this. I'm so happy.
Go ahead, Sarah.
¿Qué tipo de legacía quieres dejar, Steve? ¿Cómo quieres ser recordado a través de la historia? Dice, yo tengo hijos y pues yo tengo hijos y siento que los he sacrificado mucho, pero jamás se me va a olvidar cuando mi hijo mayor me preguntó, papá, ¿somos pobres? Entonces yo respondí, no, solo estamos un poco quebrados. Yo aprecio todo el soporte que recibí de mi familia, así que cada día en la oración de la comida, siempre mis hijos pedían a Dios, por favor, ayuda a mi padre a salir de esta situación económica. Así que yo es así como quiero ser recordado en la historia. Yo creo que si trato de hacer algo, lo hago posible. Y así quiero ser recordado como un chico, como un hombre que consiguió algo.
Steve, the last time, almost 2 years ago, I asked you about how much revenue do you collect monthly, and you say 70,000 per month. Is still the same or is more?
Still the same. Actually, during this time, I sold since last year. Now markets are very expensive. Therefore, now is the time to sell. Therefore, I sold, I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I sold 5 properties last year, this year altogether. And since I bought for cheap price, and I sold for highest price in the market. That's a big cash. Then I bought another property in self-finance in 72. Therefore, I still same number of rental properties, and the cash flow is the same.
Te pregunté hace 2 años que cuánto era lo que ganabas alrededor más o menos hoy en día, y pues estábamos hablando de unos 60,000, 70,000 dólares, o aún sigue siendo lo mismo. Sí,
por mes.
Sí, dice. Vendí 5 propiedades el año pasado y también recibí suficiente dinero.
Okay, my final question, Steve. Right now, hundreds, thousands, maybe millions of families are living in fear with no hope about their future. What would you tell them or say to them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm telling this every week when I have a meeting with the people who are interested in this business. I tell the same thing. But my message is like this. There's no time to complain. There's no time to blame others. We all know we are creating our own circumstances by ourselves. We all know our thoughts create our future, right? Reality. Therefore, we have to envision what kind of future we want to create. Then we have to take full responsibilities for our lives, spiritually, physically, financially. You know, as I said, people say lots of negative things about this situation, but when I look at myself 13 years ago, I had no job, no income. Then I could not speak English well. Then I decided to start this business. Objectively, from the third party's perspective, that was a crazy decision. Many people thought Stephen Nomura was a hopeless case. Stephen Nomura would disappear very soon. Honestly, many people thought in a way. My attorney thought in a way. However, I was different. I was sitting in the back side of the room, and I was thinking, if I could achieve some results, then I could give such a big inspiration to people in this country. Then I wanted to become such an inspiration. I was envisioning I would stand in front of people and share what I did. I was envisioning that kind of situation when I started 13 years ago. It took 10 years. It took 10 years. I came back to the community in a public place and start sharing, what I've done since 3 years ago. That was exactly what I envisioned 13 years ago. Then I started creating my own team and my own community since last year. Therefore, since I started this business, my goal was, when I started, my goal was kind of success in my individual level. But since 3 years ago, I decided to become a leader. I have to overcome so many other obstacles to be a leader, but that is my goal. And then I thought that is a way I can grow more. Then I decided to be a great leader. When I look at my history, my business history, to be a business owner, to be an investor, to be a leader was not matched. But right now, to bring my business to the next level, I feel like I become a leader. Even my English was still broken. But one more thing I want to say like this. There are many things that we cannot control, right? And even we are concerned about world economy, we cannot control. And even we cannot control national economy, right? But we can control our personal financial situation. Now we got to focus. We need to focus on what we can do something by ourselves. And this is what I want to say to the people.
Thank you, Steve. Sarai?
Ok. Steve, ahora mismo, Steven, hay muchas personas que están viviendo con mucho miedo, tú sabes la situación actual, así que, ¿qué les puedes decir a estas personas? Él dice, cuando tengo una reunión, les digo este mensaje: no hay tiempo de quejarnos ni de culpar a otros. Nosotros creamos la realidad Así que debemos de preguntarnos primeramente qué tipo de futuro queremos crear. La gente actualmente está diciendo muchas negatividades por las situaciones, pero recuerden, cuando yo llegué aquí a los Estados Unidos sin dinero, sin oportunidades, y esto es una buena forma para que los demás puedan romper este esquema. Yo quisiera estar enfrente de mucha gente y platicarles todo lo que me pasó a mí. Pero desde que inicié este negocio, mi meta era ser un gran líder, siendo un ejemplo. De esta manera me permitiría crecer día a día. Así que ahora les digo, podemos controlar nuestra economía solamente por el hecho de enfocarnos, no perder el enfoque.
Thank you. I want to thank you, Steve, for this interview and for taking time to share with us your story and inspire a lot of people around the world that tell it that you focus and you persist, you will get to where you want to get. Thank you, Sarai, for being this morning with us for the Spanish translation. This is great. And I want to thank you, all the people who get connected with us. Thank you, and have a great rest of the weekend. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Sarai.
Thank you.